This is part 2 of the Sadhana series. In part 1, we covered body, abidance, being with the body, experiencing the body at the level of sensations, vibrations, energy, relaxing body if that is possible, keeping some attention in the body, periodically returning attention to the body whenever possible. We discussed that is the primary practice, that is the primary sadhana, main sadhana, and that alone takes care of 70% of what is needed to be peaceful, present, and productive. Other things, including presence, awareness, focus, attention, relaxation, being in flow, harmony, empowerment automatically, naturally follow when we are with the body, when we are present in the body. We also discussed Pranayama and how Pranayama enables focus, peace, concentration, dhyana. We discussed how different pranayama like Nadi Shodhan, Bhastrika, how breathing retention, enables mental strength, discipline, and increases willpower. This is the second part, and this focuses on intellectual knowledge and understanding. It focuses on the mindset. We discussed earlier that for the intellectual understanding, for knowledge to truly work, it needs to be aligned with our true purpose, true intention, true priority. And it is wise for us to become aware of our true purpose, priorities, and intentions, and make sure that our practices are aligned to them. Our purpose can be multiple: peace, prosperity, health, healing, happiness, money, fame, power, admiration, praise, pleasure, avoidance of pain, end of suffering, spiritual achievement, enlightenment, awakening, sense of legacy, social service, and how important one is when compared to another truly describes what wins, what rules, and what is the dominant theme of our life. If prosperity is our main goal, number one priority, at times it might compromise our peace, our happiness, our relaxation, and it is important to understand, remember, and acknowledge it. If we do not understand this, we get needlessly frustrated, and this increases our pain and suffering. What I am going to share is keeping peace in mind. With peace as the primary goal, peace as the main purpose, peace as the number one priority. In this mode, peace supersedes everything else, and peace is more important than everything else. When compromises need to be made, peace is prioritized. With that in mind, these are some of the main teachings that are effective, impactful, and that have great potential of enabling peaceful, productive life. Number one, your true existence is only now, only this moment, only this breath. This is your true domain of power. This is your true domain of influence. This is your true domain of duty and responsibility. It is critical to understand this. It is critical to understand that you can only control what you are doing, what you are thinking right now, in this present moment. You cannot truly take responsibility of past or future. Your true power lies in the present moment, this second, this fraction of second, this breath. Anytime you remember, anytime possible, remember that this present moment alone is the domain of your true existence, true power, true duty, true responsibility. Just take care of this one moment right now, and that alone is enough, and that alone you can truly do, that alone you can truly manage, that alone you truly control. Make this knowledge primary. Make this understanding deep. Keep everything else focused on this one understanding. Second most important insight to know, remember, document, acknowledge and practice is that life has dukkha, life has suffering, life has pain. This is an unescapable truth of life. This is an unescapable reality of life, unescapable fact of life. Birth itself is painful for almost all babies and for almost all mothers. Passing through narrow birth canal is painful, difficult, traumatic, and that's how life begins. Remember this, understand this. Death is also painful for most people, be it because of old age, because of a disease, or an accident, an injury, war, attack, violence. Pretty much all of these involve pain. While we are alive, we face numerous challenges, difficulty, conflicts in fulfilling our bodily needs, be it rest, be it sleep, be it food, water, shelter, clothes, or be it our desires, or be it relationship. Cold feels painful, hot feels painful. In relationships, there are often competing needs, competing preferences, competing desires, and those create conflict, challenges, difficulties. This is an unescapable fact of human existence. It is important to remember it. It is important to understand it. Once we understand it, we aren't so surprised, so frustrated when we encounter pain, difficulty, challenges, hardships. And by doing so, we avoid adding an additional rail of suffering on top of what already exists. The third important knowledge which flows naturally from the second one. Age 2. Develop pain tolerance, stamina, grit, resilience, strength, capacity. It makes sense to intentionally develop our strength, skill, intelligence to be able to handle pain, difficulties, challenges in a peaceful way and still stay productive and functional. More our capacity to handle pain, difficulty, challenges, hardships, greater our potential of inner peace, inner stillness. The fourth important insight, fourth important knowledge, fourth important sutra is to have awareness of noticing what is already provided, what is already available, what is already given. The practice of noticing grace, gifts, blessings. Having clean air to breathe is a gift, is a blessing. It is a great gift. It is an immense gift. Having lungs, healthy lungs that can breathe is a great gift, great blessing. Having eyes that can see, having brain that can think, having legs to walk, hands to take care of things. All of these are great blessings. It is an immensely useful practice to notice blessings, to notice gifts, to intentionally, consciously feel grateful for these gifts, to consciously acknowledge these gifts. More we do that, greater our happiness, greater our satisfaction, greater our fulfillment. Fifth practice, which is similar to the fourth one, is the practice of keeping low expectations. We are happy simply because we are alive, because we have one more moment, because We are breathing because there is air to breathe, because our heart is beating, then our potential for happiness, potential for satisfaction, potential for contentment is a lot higher versus if our expectations are more unrealistic, such as being the most powerful man in the universe or being liked by everyone or to not having any conflict, any challenges, any hardships, because some of those expectations go against reality and therefore they cannot be truly met. And by keeping such expectations, we, we only increase our own unhappiness, our own frustration. So these are top 5 insights to remember. Number 6 is the power of interpretation. Whatever we experiencing, whatever we experience is ultimately created by our own brain. Whatever we experience is ultimately an interpretation. Some of it happens beyond our control, even beyond our understanding and awareness. Colors that we see are created by our own brain. Same goes for sound. Rainbows that we see do not exist in reality. Sunset and sunrise that we see aren't real events. However, there are also interpretations that we actively create and that we can manage and control, and that greatly changes what we experience, how we experience, how we think, how we act, and what we are able to do. And this greatly changes quality of our real life. One thing to remember is that reality, the present reality, is always already the case. Disliking it, judging it to be bad, wishing that it wasn't the case, wishing that it wasn't true, or wanting it to be different does not really change the present reality, it only makes us feel worse. It adds suffering on top of a pain, on top of a potentially unpleasant situation, and it is counterproductive because nobody consciously, intentionally want to increase his or her own suffering, but by disliking the present reality, by judging it to be bad, by wishing it to be different, that is what we end up doing. We end up increasing our own suffering. If we are okay with the present reality, if we accept present reality, or if we just fully experience the present reality, first via body, first via fully accepting, fully experiencing whatever arises in the body, whatever sensations, feeling, contractions, heat, cold, tightness, vibrations, constriction, whatever arises in the body, if we just fully accept it, if we just fully experience it without wishing them to be different or without wishing them not to be there, without wishing to escape them, that alone makes the experience far more bearable, far more peaceful, and that alone enables greater peace and clarity. If we are able to love the present experience, if we are able to find things, events in the present reality that are beautiful, that are good, if we are able to find something to love, something to admire, something to praise, something to appreciate, something to be thankful for, it makes us happy. It decreases our resistance and it increases our happiness. And other than a mental adjustment, a mental attitude, a wise, intelligent, skillful, informed approach, it costs us nothing. And this is an immense power that we hold within ourselves, the power to look for good, the power to look for grace, the power to look for gift, the power to look for blessing, the power to look for beauty, the power to look for something to serve in the present situation, in every situation. And that can dramatically change our experience of life for better. It can enable greater happiness, greater satisfaction, greater contentment, greater fulfillment. If we look at the present situation as an opportunity, as an opportunity to either build our strength, stamina, expand our knowledge, expand our skills, adjust our attitude, adjust our plan, adjust our course, or to accomplish our goals, purpose, priorities, or to serve what we value, what we treasure, what we find good and noble, then we feel empowered, looking for opportunity, looking for ways to serve, looking to use and leverage present situation, present reality in the service of our values, our goals, our purpose, our priorities makes us feel empowered. And this is another immense power that we hold within ourselves. And this too costs us nothing except an increased awareness, an increased intelligence, greater skill, a better, more functional, more helpful mindset and attitude. So these are top 6 insights that help enabling a peaceful, productive life. Seventh one is a shift in attitude, orientation, in purpose and priorities. Our happiness flows from gratitude, love, and service. If you want to live a happy life, a fulfilled life, our goal should be service. Our goal should be love in the present moment, in every moment, in every interaction, in every situation. It is wise, intelligent, skillful to look for opportunity to love and serve. Be present, notice, acknowledge, appreciate, love, and serve. Find out in this present reality what is beautiful, what is delicate, what is nice, what is good, what is worth appreciating, what is worth acknowledging, what is worth loving, what is worth enjoying. Ask, inquire, find out how I can serve greater good, how I can serve the universe, how I can serve the creation, how I can serve the Creator in the present moment, in the present reality, in the present situation, with whatever I have right now. And this attitude, this mindset, this shift in goals, purpose, and priorities enables a much greater, much broader, much deeper peace and happiness. It also enables greater satisfaction with life. It makes you a greatly more pleasant person for yourself and also for others. Be happy, be blessed, enjoy life, enjoy nature, enjoy this world, this universe that has been created for you. If you notice it, if you acknowledge it, if you appreciate it, if you love it, if your focus shifts to serving it, your chances of happiness, satisfactions, fulfillment increases greatly. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om